everybody. My name is Deron Jackson, and I am making another cooking video today. And today, what I'm cooking is one of my most favorite things I always loved when I was a kid, and I don't think I can ever get tired of it. But since I'm making it homemade, it's 10 times delicious. But what I'm making today is savory chicken pot pie. And this is a recipe. My grandma on my dad's side, she had this recipe booklet, and I'll show you the description and everything at top in a little bit. And I'll show you a picture of it and the recipe. So, like I said, the reason why I love this is, it has the crispy crust, has all the things, the mixed vegetables, the chicken, like everything you can put and make a great pie out of. I really like. I can't explain it. It's just that good. But so I will show you all the ingredients that I have for it. So we have our cup of onions. It doesn't specify what type of onions. If you want to do white, yellow, I like to do red to give it a little color. And things that has color to it, has good nutrition. You got your chicken broth. You got mixed of the red pepper and the celery. Then we got our pie crust that we'll use. So the reason why I got egg is it doesn't call for egg. I mix the little melted butter with the egg yolk and stir it, and it gives it that really nice shine crust to it. And then we got our chicken broth. So what I'm going to do, so I want brown the butter. I will start cooking my chicken at the moment. So I cook the chicken first, and then I'll put in the other ingredients. And I'll take the chicken out. But what I did with the chicken, while you saw like there was like a little color in it, I do recommend that you follow the recipe. I do recommend that you do follow the recipe. I'm sorry, trying to get a good angle. Okay, there we go. I do recommend that you follow the recipe just to get a taste for it and to try it out. Um, and then if you want to experiment, add little touches to it. What I did, I put some little different spices in my chicken, and like I said, the egg yolk doesn't call for it. You can use the butter as easily to spread on top of your crust, and it'll do wonderfully too. I just like to add the egg yolk because it gives it a good shine to it. So usually what I like to do is I like to cook the chicken enough to where it has a darker color. Um, so it'll still probably be a little bit like not done, and I like that because I don't want to like overcook the chicken because by the time it's cooking in the pie and when it's done, it'll cook all the way through. So this is if the spices wasn't in the way, you probably couldn't really tell much. But I give it like at least about 3-4 minutes to cook. Um, and then once I do that, then I'll put the chicken, or I'll take the chicken out for a little bit so I can put the vegetables and start sauteing the vegetables and stuff. Probably should have did that first, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. The vegetables will get a um, nice flavor to it as well. So it looks like it's having like a little color to it. It's getting like a little tough, and that's what I kind of want. So what I'm gonna do, um, what I'm gonna do is take it off, and then I'll start sauteing the vegetables. All right. So I'm gonna put you down over here for a second. It doesn't really take the chicken, especially like when you dice it up this little. It doesn't take the chicken that long to cook. I'm using the cooking spray from Aldi's. They have like a wonderful selection. They have a coconut oil spray and an avocado oil spray. So now I'm gonna saute the onions and the peppers. The only reason why I say this is really the best is because the other different flavors that's added to it. You got your red peppers, you got your red onions, and it enhances the chicken pot pie wonderfully. So we're gonna give this a good 5 minutes to cook. You want to cook it enough so the vegetables will sweat and get tender. And this really is gonna look really good in the pie. So once I let this cook and sweat and everything, I'm gonna put the chicken back in here. Then I will add the chicken broth and the cream of chicken soup. So, so I'm gonna sit you. Hold on. Try to grab something. So again, on my first video, you saw that I had the mise en place. I really believe that if you have everything ready beforehand, you will set yourself up for success. Um, Otherwise, it'll take longer to cook, and then especially when you gotta start dinner. Like right now, like I said, I did everything last night, diced up everything that I need, and um, so I did that already. Now all I had to do was just cook it, and it'll take less time. I got the oven set to 425. That's the temperature to cook. And I'll sit you down for a second because I am going to start doing the pie crust and get that ready. So growing up, I like cooking for my family, especially when I lived with my mom. And there were times where we didn't like have much, so I was kind of the one that kind of like used my imagination a lot. When trying to cook food and stuff. I love my mom. Having me and 5 other siblings. She did everything that she could, and I'm really proud of her. And, but there was times when the times we had short of food again. I try to do everything I can to feed the family and stuff. What I could think of, and it was always fun doing it. I made some weird dishes, but a lot of the time it turned out to be good. I remember one dish I made was called rice sketty. I like thinking of names and stuff like that. So it had like, you know, whatever I could find. I was in the kitchen. I would put together and make. There was one time when I was with my dad. He was living on a farm one time. Uh, he gave me like some stuff, and it was basically all stuff to make tuna helper. And he was like, "All right, you could," because he had to go do something or something real quick. He was like, "All right, you put use what's here to make tuna helper, and I'll be right back." This is like I think four. Yeah, I was like 14, 13 or 14. And I was like, whew. I was like, all right. So I did, and I kid you not, it turned out just to, it turned out to be just like hamburger helper, or tuna helper, I'm sorry. So, alright, this should be good and sweated and everything, vegetables. So now we're gonna add the chicken, and, oh, one thing, I almost forgot. Add the peas too, or the mixed vegetables. And add the mixed vegetables. Let that cook in there for a little bit. Now we gotta add the chicken. I'm gonna have some of the juice because we got the chicken broth too. Chicken, but yeah. So I always enjoyed cooking, and I wanted to be a chef. You know, growing up, things change, and you see the things that you want to do. And honestly, I want to cook for people, family, friends, people that I meet. Then once I grow my business and stuff, I want to cook for my team and stuff like that. Because they'll be a part of my family, and it'll be really fun. You be financially free, and you can do things that you never done before in your life. Alright. So I'm just getting the crust and stuff ready. Trying to make sure no bubbles is in the bottom of it. So we let this cook a little bit. See what it looks like. See all them beautiful colors that's in there? It's gonna be delicious, I tell you. Alright. So I'm gonna put you down. So after I'm done washing my hands, I'm gonna put the cream of chicken and the chicken broth in here. Stir it up. Get it kind of like saucy. Add the chicken broth. Stir it up a little bit. So now this is stirred up. I'm gonna heat it up a little bit more. I'm gonna take a look. And to make it, I recommend that you do the original first. But what I'm gonna add is some ground flax seeds just to make it a little healthy, help with digestion and stuff like that. So right now I'm just cooking for like a good 5 minutes. Letting it, you let it boil, then you turn down the heat, and you let it cook for 5 minutes. So I got the pie crust ready. So now I'm gonna wash my hands again. And I got the butter in here. So I'm going to do like 30 seconds so I can let the butter melt. Then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna separate the egg yolk and whisk it real quick. So that way, once I'm ready, I can put like the spread. And I like the whatever dough that I have left over. I kind of like to make a design. So I usually put like my initials, DJ. So right now I'm separating the egg yolk. I believe one should be enough, especially with your smearing on the top. So it should be 5 minutes by now. I'm just washing my hands again. Turn the fire off so we can. The oven should be at its temp right now. So now we're gonna pour the rest of the ingredients into the pie crust. So let's bring you over here. Just me taking the camera right now, so now I'm putting the crust on top. So I'm gonna pinch down on the sides to close, and do that with the fork. Getting that good pinch so we can be able to seal it and close it. So I'm gonna cut whatever's left on the sides. Like I said, usually with the leftover crust, I like to make a design. So I like to put my initials. So I roll the leftover into a ball. We'll put egg yolk first, so they kind of stay on there. Egg yolk / butter. And the butter that I added is actually homemade as well. Alright. So let's just see what it looks like now. So I like doing that, something like that with the last bit of left that I have. So now we're gonna put it in for 15 minutes and we'll see how it looks. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright everybody, how you doing? So we're back. I cooked everything for 12 minutes. A little bit, like 13. Gave it another minute and a half. So it's done. It's out of the oven. So Caesarea, this can't even say it right. Sorry. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Boom. I love that it has like the shine. Like I said, I like the design I make. I put DJ or something, my initials. So it should be. You want to wait for 5 minutes just to let it cool down and let it like cook in the inside more. And then on the side, I have my homemade chili pepper sauces that I do make and sell on the side. Excellent. So I make three different kinds, and I got a fourth one that's TBD. But this one is my new version. It's called Peanut Butter Honey Explosion, and it's with peanut butter, honey, and Thai chili pepper sauce. So I'm gonna add so if you like a little heat and sweetness, hit me up. Hit me up in the comments or anything, and like I said, like I love to make food. I love to make food and stuff like that. Um, a good book that I do recommend if you ever go shopping, and it is called The Visual Food Lover's Guide. Is this right here? Only reason why I say I truly love this book is it gives you like everything. It gives you your produce, your meats, and it gives you like what vitamins that has in it when you go to the store. What you're looking for as far as like visual, like if it's has a blemish, then you don't want to pick that up, or if it has if it's like green and it's not ripe yet. It gives you all that and temp and stuff like that. So how to cook the meat and just everything. So that book I really highly do recommend that you get for especially for those that are beginners and just trying to figure out like does this look right and this, that, and the other. And next time I will be making another dish from the recipe book, the Great American Recipes. And if you love steak, you're gonna love this dish because it's a form of stroganoff that you use skirt steak or the Bedford steak. It is so good. So until next time, you know, the food is gonna be good. I'm gonna tear it up, and you're welcome. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Bye.